My first contact with English was very boring, was at high school. I think in Spain we start very late learning languages in general. I think we start very late. I believe it's in the secondary education we start learning languages. And you've got basically two options. There are more options now. You can do German or Italian. But when I did my secondary secondary high school.
Yes.
It was basically English and French. So I chose English because obviously you can use it all over the world. French is a little bit more restricted. But yeah, I did both. English as a first, French as a second language. But I think first we start very late, and second, the system is very archaic. So they are still focusing the three main skills, which are writing, listening, and reading. And I think they are missing the most important, which is speaking, which is the one you are going to use if you are traveling, for example. So no, I wasn't very keen on English at that point.
Okay. Yeah, you were just studying there because it was a mandatory course there in the school.
It was,
yeah. And how do you feel how do you see the teaching methodology there for English in Spain, specifically in your school?
I think they've got a lot to improve. I believe things are changing a little bit now, but when I was studying, first it's very difficult to pick up the accent when you are learning from someone else who is not a native speaker. I mean, my teachers were all Spanish who learned English. Most of them here in England, some others in the States, but obviously they have the same accents as I have at the moment.
Yes.
So it's very difficult. And then as you are not practicing the speaking much during lessons, then when I needed my language skills, I was quite advanced reading or writing, but then it's very useless if you are in the middle of the street trying to find directions to find a museum or something.
Yes.
So I think there is a lot to be improved in the way languages in general are taught in Spain. Okay.
So you started learning English there. It was not great, but it was something. And
it was something.
Yeah, but at that time, when you were a kid or a teenager, did you feel anything about English, anything special, or not at all? You didn't feel any connection with the culture, English culture, I don't know, if the art, something like the media, or nothing. You didn't have any interest.
No, and I feel not interested at all.
Okay.
And I feel things are easier now with the internet because I know many people who choose to see series, for example, or films in the original version, which even if you are not really, really interested into languages, you are exercising your listening, which is really, really important. But at that point, I don't know if you know, but in Spain, they translate all the films and series and everything, so you don't have the opportunity to listen to the original version. You've got the Spanish pasted on top of the original language. So I really didn't have the opportunity to experience watching films or series into different languages because it wasn't very easy at that point. It was during university when I started appreciating languages. So I did archaeology, as I said, and I had the opportunity to travel a lot. So I was working during summers, digging up in Italy, in Greece, in Albania, and being there, having the opportunity to be completely immersed into the culture and the other languages is where I realized how important it is to have a second language. How important it is to be able to communicate with other people. And not only important, it's beautiful. It's beautiful having the opportunity to communicate with other people or learning about different cultures in their own language.
Yes.
So one of the deepest experiences I had was in Italy. I was digging there in a castle for 3 months. and all the team except me, they were Italians. So I saw myself there without speaking any Italian at all. My English was very basic, but so was theirs. So yeah, during those 3 months, I had to push myself and started speaking very basic Italian, cheating a little bit as well, because most of it was made up Spanish with Italian.
Half and half.
But half and half, yeah. So made it up some of the sentences, but they understood me. I learned how to understand them as well. But it was really exciting, and I ended up that summer feeling great because I not only had the opportunity to dig up and expand my skills in archaeology, I came back home understanding a new language.
Yeah.
So that's how I started feeling interested about different languages. So I was used to listen to, recordings, all the activities you've got at the school.
Yes.
With a perfect British accent from the BBC. Suddenly you arrive here and people don't speak like that.
Yes. How do they speak?
They speak with their different accents, different phrasal verbs, different
contractions,
expressions, different idioms, the different contractions. It's not what we were used to listen at school. Pretty confident with the writing and reading. Really, really bad with listening and speaking. And at that point, you see yourself in the situation where you have to call to government institutions to get your national insurance numbers. Yes. You have to go to banks to open your bank account. Yes. You have to do interviews in a different language. Everything. It was like from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Very, very early. And I found a job in a restaurant.
Okay.
So as most of the Spanish who are already here in the UK, I had a long period working in hospitality.
Yeah. And working in front of public, like speaking to people, trained you in a different way. Yes?
Yeah, the improvement was massive. My listening improved a lot. My sentences with the customers weren't the best. But they understood me, which is something. And then, forcing myself to listen and speak not only with customers, but my colleagues as well. In that restaurant, my colleagues spoke English. I improved a lot. So I was there for 2 years, which was really interesting. I had the opportunity again. It changed completely. The majority of the people working at the museum were British. So I had the opportunity to improve my pronunciation, my listening, and then talking completely different topics with the visitors.
Yes.
Now I had to learn everything for the museums, all the paintings, all the archaeological pieces there. I had to learn to express it in English. So the improvement was massive. And then from that, I wanted to change because obviously I didn't want to be a gallery attendant all my life. And I ended up working in marketing.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave priority to my language skills than the marketing knowledge. Because they said it's easier to teach marketing and to follow the processes than finding someone with the level of Spanish they were requiring. Because obviously that person I dealt with customers in South America and customers in Spain, so you need a native to deal with those kind of accounts. I really appreciate they opened the door for me and they gave me the opportunity to join without any marketing knowledge at all, and they told me everything. They were so patient and they told me everything about marketing and they pushed me to learn even further.
Yeah, you started building a new career from that job. Yes. Because completely. you haven't studied any marketing at all. Yes, before that.
No. I didn't have any idea what I was doing, but they guided me through all the processes. They taught me. It was really interesting to work with different clients. Obviously, you've got clients from different sizes. I was working with clients not only from Spain and South America. I was working with all the clients, different sizes, different projects. So you work, basically, you learn hands-on. Yes. You are learning as you progress, as you do the job, which I think is the best way to learn. Today, if I think about myself in my 20s learning marketing in the university, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
To date, I still learn. So not long ago, I was talking to friends and saying, you know what? I think my pronunciation has improved in the last few months. So the fact that you are here every day, listening in English, talking in English for more than 10 hours a day, you pick up things, you change your accent change slightly a little bit. It's too long, but yeah, I don't think you ever stop learning a language.
Yes.
It's evolving. You pick up new colloquial words, for example, or new idioms or new. You listen to something completely different one day or the other. You are always learning. Always.
Every day you discover a new thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think the beauty of a language and the beauty of being abroad is having the opportunity to interact with other people.
Yes. Yeah.
To me, that's the most beautiful experience. My decision back in 2012 has given me is the opportunity to be in different places, the opportunity to experience different culture and meeting different people.
Yeah.
You've got when you start your career. Plus, I don't know how to work in Spanish.
You don't know Spanish? You don't remember?
I remember. So my Spanish is very colloquial. I don't have any problems in a normal conversation, but I don't know how to work in Spanish. I don't have the resources I've got in English to do marketing in Spanish.
Oh.
Porque todo lo que he crecido aquí, sé que no lo hubiese hecho en España, seguro. He tenido la oportunidad, pues, eso, como he dicho, de conocer a gente increíble. He tenido la oportunidad de cambiar de carrera completamente sin tener la titulación, cosa que en España es absolutamente imposible.
Wow.
Necesitas demostrar con toda clase de certificados que puedes hacer ese trabajo cuando hay otras habilidades que no tienen certificado y que te dan la posibilidad de hacer ese trabajo sin ninguna duda, o se puede aprender, como yo aprendí en la agencia. Entonces, me dio la oportunidad de empezar a trabajar muy joven, me dio la oportunidad de ser independiente y poder viajar, y creo que se lo recomendaría a todo el mundo. La experiencia de vivir fuera de casa y verte solo en otro país y tener que resolver tus propios problemas, creo que es más valioso que la universidad, es más valioso que cualquier otra experiencia que puedas elegir.